Prima Games video is an overview of the familiars in Ni No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Sorry, mister.
In Ni No Kuni, you star as Oliver, a boy with a penchant for spellcasting.
Oh.
Throughout your adventure, you're able to recruit familiars to help you on your quest. Familiars are your teammates throughout the entire game, and there are hundreds of them in Ni No Kuni. The familiars are split up into 14 genuses, and certain genuses work better with certain party members, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Eventually you'll find yourself battling and trying to coerce familiars onto your team. It's not always successful, as some of the rarer familiars give you a 4% chance of capturing them. Let's focus on the very first familiar you get. Here we're forming a mite from the Militus genus. Let's call him Mighty.
And he can really help me fight?
Mighty's going to be your best friend throughout the game, so it's best to ensure he's with you at all times.
Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
Familiars also evolve. For example, Mighty eventually becomes Dynamite, and then again Mermite. But we'll just focus on Mighty right now, and his attacks. He starts off with a standard attack, but he also has a special, called Cut Loose. These specials take magic points, but they pack a wallop. You can also defend yourself from heavy attacks, and that's extremely handy during some of the boss fights. And there's even a miracle move that appears at rare moments during the battle. Check out Mighty's Slash Dance. That's all she wrote for this guy. As you level up, you'll gain additional abilities that you'll want to equip. Sandblast is unlocked for Mighty at level 5, but the real fireworks begin with a Smash Hit, unlocked at level 10. There's a definite incentive to keep Mighty on your team, but let's take a look at some of the other familiars you get. Here we encounter a Thumb Lemur from the Bestia genus. Let's take a look at how this genus differs from Mighty. When we encounter this boss, his tailspin move confuses Mighty. But that Thumb Lemur doesn't even flinch. The benefit to having multiple familiars is you can switch them up on the fly. Just hit the L1 button and you'll be able to choose from your familiars and also yourself. One thing you'll want to keep in mind, that hit point meter is shared throughout all the familiars. So if you just got a new familiar, don't send them out to battle just yet. Instead, let your more experienced familiars do the fighting for you, and they'll level up along the way. As we mentioned, each familiar has their own special abilities. For example, Thumb Lemurs get psyched up before going wild. Get to know each familiar's special moves. It's going to help you out in the long run. Let's take a look at one more familiar. The Seed Sprite from the Nymphid genus. A good rule of thumb is to find 2 familiars that you're most comfortable with and alternate with them in battle, having the third one as an emergency backup. That's a good way to level up that third familiar. 3 reserve familiars can also be carried around, just in case you feel like switching things up, but keep in mind the reserve ones won't level up as effectively as the others. Only the 3 main ones you carry earn XP. You can also buff up your familiars in the creature cage, feeding them treats to buff up their attack, defense, and other attributes. You can also buy weapons, shields, and trinkets to buff up those skills. A quick tip is to hit the select button when you're in the creature menu to give your familiars the best setup.
My heart?
Is it you, Esther? Is it really you?
Let's wrap up this beginner's guide with a look at Esther and how she factors into your party. At the start of a match with more than one person in your party, there's a tactics menu. Here you can set up the tactics for all the other party members. If you want them to get really into the battle, they'll do that. But if you want them to stand back, they'll do that too. Your wish is their command. Just keep an eye on their HP.
We did it!
No matter which leader you choose, everybody gets XP. And like we mentioned before, some genuses work better with other party members. While Oliver and the Militus genus get along extremely well, Esther is much more compatible with the Aquatic and Avis genuses. Experimentation is key here, and if that doesn't work, you could always buy the guide. For more on Ni No Kuni, visit primagames.com.